Although CSS is by far the best option for creating web designs today, there's still many sites on the web that were created using HTML tables for layout control. Old school sites like this one were created using the table tag in HTML. Before I get into how tables work, I have to take a moment and explain something that's even more important to me than the hypertext markup language: the chocolate game. You'll find here in this sample site, which I created for this series, the basic instructions. Essentially, you want to take a flat piece of chocolate, place it on your forehead, and then without using your hands, you have to get the chocolate into your mouth. Now, using your tongue is optional. Squeezing and moving your face definitely helps. But ultimately, if you win, you get to eat the chocolate. If it falls on the floor, eating the chocolate is optional. I've included this sample site because obviously I'm passionate about the chocolate game, but it's also because this is a site that I've been playing with for years, and it was originally designed using tables. So in the course of this series, we'll look at the design of this site, and I'll show you how tables work. If I go back here to this other page created, this is a similar page, also offering instructions in the chocolate game, but here you can see the border of this table is visible. And that should help you better understand how, by merging table cells, you could create more complex layouts. And by positioning things in cells side by side, you could create multiple columns like this. Today you can create these same kinds of layout effects with CSS and do it even more effectively. But there is still one good use of tables, and part of why I cover tables in this series. Anytime you have what I would call tabular data, that is, consistent data that you want to display in a table, something you might find in a spreadsheet, or, for example, if you're pulling content out of a database, that's a time that tables are still very useful. So anytime you have consistent data, like the series of images and the scores that I've created here for playing the game, yeah, that was me down there at the bottom playing the game. I don't play the chocolate game that well, but that's part of why I always invite people to email me photos of themselves playing the game. So do indulge me with that if you want to experiment with this game. And do rest assured that in the table chapter, in addition to looking at some of the problems with how old sites were designed with tables and how you can fix those, we'll also look at how to create tables today and make sure they're accessible for all of your users.